Hi gardeners, and what could be better? An October day, low 70s, gentle breeze, and we're planting our autumn crops. We have been sowing in trays so that we can keep these small plants from pests that are looking for their last meal before autumn turns to freezing temperatures after the first frost, which will be in about a month here in coastal Virginia. I want to show you what we have done for the Homeschool Plus garden. We planted just 8 cells of spinach and 8 cells of lettuce, and then we started pricking out the lettuce to move them into individual cells. But this is also a test. This side was planted in our homegrown compost, and this side in a professionally bought potting soil. Can you really tell the difference? I think that on average the potting soil has slightly healthier growth. As the roots have formed, I think that the compost has caught up, and you can see that a nice green color here. In short, the question is it worth an extra $6 or $7 for potting soil versus compost that we made in our own compost pile? And right now the answer seems to be, for lettuce, a wash. But for spinach, we planted 8 and only got 2 spinach, both on the compost side. So we replanted 2 cells per, and what we have are 2 new spinach here and 1 spinach growing right here. There he is. Hasn't come in yet. Just that curled portion. Hope you can see it right here. So right now we're looking at 2 replants versus 1 and 2 versus 0. So for some reason the compost either isn't providing the right structure for the roots of the spinach, or it's not providing the right nutrition. I personally think the nutrition is okay, so I'm going with that the roots of the spinach like the professional potting mix, which is vermiculite and peat moss. And that seems to be doing better for the spinach. On a side note, I made a mistake. The lights inside slipped, and as you can see we have a couple of broken leaves. This is not going to hurt the plant too much. This is just like when little animals might take a leaf. So you can see that the other true leaves have come on. The cotyledons are going away. Remember, the cotyledon is the first leaf that comes straight out of the seed. These are the true leaves here of spinach. And as you can see, the true leaves are looking okay. We're getting new growth here. And the old growth, these will literally be ready for a salad in a week. The same can be true said for the black-seeded Simpson. Some of these leaves will be ready for salad in a week or two. This one especially is a beautiful one right here. These tend to be more green over here. So we've got an interesting problem going on. The compost is producing a greener leaf, but all this will hopefully go away tomorrow because we're going to transplant these plugs into the garden at Ingleside Church. Another problem we had here is 2 things that got into the way of transplanting. That is definitely not lettuce. Nor is this. But there is a lettuce plant deep in here, and that's what we thought we were transplanting. So these weeds need to go. And you can see that the transplants, the pricked out parts, are not as strong as the original ones that we left in the cell. But notice that we got out an extra 6 plants by pricking out. They're small, but they should catch up, especially with a little water, which we'll give right now. on something like this, we want to water pretty much daily. We don't want to overwater. We don't want to have what's called dampening of the roots. As you can see, in the compost, there's also seeds that have developed. The compost temperatures killed most of them, just not all of them. We have two nice spinach right here. We don't want to overwater, but we do want to have a daily freshening for their roots and for their growth. And tomorrow, I think the vast majority of the lettuce will be going out into the garden. There we are. Just enough to keep them refreshed. And now against this darkness you can see the spinach that is coming up here. When we do decide to transplant these, we will get the cells very wet, turn it 90 degrees, we'll push on the bottom here and begin to slide the plant out by gently working the sides. We'll be pressing on the sides like this to break them free of the tray, and then we will push it up and take the plug into our hand. We'll probably have a video on that tomorrow to show you the students transplanting into the first raised bed that they have made. It's going to be a fun time, and I hope you're along with it. Please remember, like, share, subscribe, tell a couple of hundred of your closest friends about the gardening channel, and we look forward to seeing you. Remember, you can grow your own food. Bye.